Hello, everyone. Hello. Happy New Year, everyone. Going to join me? Come on down. Sorry, I've had to set up a new computer, so I had a few technical problems, so went waiting eagerly, but I'm sure you guys were. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's well. Hello to the YouTubers out there, and especially you guys on our Demotics support group. I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas and a big happy 2021. It's here. Last year was pretty rubbish. But we're in a new year now, and it's crazy how quick it actually went, considering how crazy 2020 was. I'm sure for a lot of you out there, it was quite a hard year for a lot of people. So, and people got sick and people died. Hundreds, thousands of people died. So it's been last year was very pivotal in our lifetime, in my lifetime, and I'm sure everyone else's. So I hope you're all doing well and you're safe and healthy, especially to our US customers out there. Hope you guys are doing well over there, and all of our support and love to you guys from Ungex. So, but anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. Starting off the new year with a bang. I hope you all had a lovely new celebrating 2021. I think, as I said, I think we're all glad to see the back end of 2020. But personally, a lot of great things happened for me as I'm a care consultant at Ungex. So I've been with the company now for 10 months. So who would have thought I would know so much about skin mites? So if you haven't seen my videos before, I'm a Demotics care consultant at Ungex. You can see behind me something really horrible going on. Today I'm going to talk about Demodex mites. I'm going to touch on what they are and the problems that they cause. Exactly how they live in the skin and how they create so many ongoing skin issues. And most importantly, I'm going to touch on our protocol treatment system, and what we offer you guys out there suffering with Demotics infestations, a long-term solution to treat these horrible skin mites. So skin mites is essentially what they are. They're a microscopic parasite, to be precise. So Demotics mites are absolutely horrible. As I said, they're microscopic, so that's what they look like under the microscope, and they're absolutely disgusting. There are two types that live in the human body. So there's Demodex folliculorum and Demodex brevis. Folliculorum, always struggle with that word, is the one in our hair follicles, and the other type lives in our skin. So most likely, if you have any infestation, you may potentially have both of these happening, and they're pretty nasty. They're not so much of a problem when they're in low populations. So I've got Demotics at the moment. Everyone unfortunately, has a microscopic parasite. Sorry, I'll just fix that for the YouTubers there. So they're not so much of a problem when they're in low numbers, like a lot of things. They don't cause problems when there's only minimal numbers, because they are microscopic. So, I can barely feel them. They're not bothering me. But when they're in high populations and in these high populated density areas, that's when they become a real issue for a lot of people. So a big way to find out, everyone asks me, how do I know if I've got Demotics? A big number one indication, if you have movement on your skin, and that creepy crawly sensation and itching, it's a high probability that they are there and they are present. Every time I talk about them, I start to scratch and itch and horrible. Please feel free to jump on there and ask any questions as well. So thanks for joining, guys. And the YouTubers out there too. Also, just quickly, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. I've put the links on the support group there. So we've got so much information across YouTube on ungexau.com. Hello, Eileen. So jump on there. There's so much content on there talking about skin mites, what the problems that they cause. We have blog posts. We have a live chat feature on the website as well. So please feel free to contact us. You know, we know it's a very personal thing talking about your skin. But most importantly, our role at Ungex is to listen and assure you that this is real and you do have skin mites. I've recently been back at work and, it just continuously surprises me the amount of people suffering with these problems from skin mites, Demodex mites. It's actually overwhelming, to be honest, how many people are suffering. So we're based in Melbourne, Australia. We're just not a big team, but we also treat people globally. So we are based in Melbourne, Australia. That's where our headquarters are. Another way to find out if you do have these happening in your skin and on your skin is you can simply get a microscopic test as well. Unfortunately, we usually do them at the headquarters. A lot of people ask if they can come to Australia because that lack of awareness overseas. There's not many places that test for skin mites, unfortunately. And a lot of the time we hear, that you go to your dermatologist, you go to your specialist, and they are so dismissive of, say you going to them, look, I've got these skin issues. I feel like I have skin mites. And, 99% of the time I hear the same story, unfortunately, from you guys out there and everyone that, it's all in your head. You're making it up. It's no big deal. But unfortunately, they can cause so many problems. So another way to tell if you do have these high populations is that if you are suffering any ongoing problems, so, you may have potentially started out with some acne or some, inflammation of the skin and some red rashes or patches, and you may have just gone, oh, yeah, that's my skin, it's quite sensitive. It's had a bit of a flare up, but a big indication that they are present and they are there is that these symptoms continue on and keep coming back, if not getting worse, because it makes sense. They actually grow in numbers, they breed and live on our skin. So Demotics themselves are the most active at night. That's when they come out from under the hair follicles. So they live deep in our hair follicles. Their number one source of food is our sebum, our oil in our skin that makes, it helps help our skin grow and make it look good, and our hair follicles grow. So all that good oil is their number one source of food. That's like their gold. So they eat away at that, and that's when they can start to cause eating away at all those good oils. That's when it causes the inflammation of the skin cells and then can cause so many problems. Dryness of the skin, flaking of the skin, blepharitis, which is in the hair follicles, the lashes, which is absolutely horrible. So a sand type feeling as well. So as I said, they live off this good source of, the oil for our body. So unfortunately, if you do have, you're more on the oilier side, it may mean you're more prone to these infestations, unfortunately. A lot of things can factor in as to how, a lot of people ask me, how did I get to this point? There's no simple answer. But there's a variety of elements that could have helped these populations grow in numbers. So another way to find out is you can take our little quiz on ungex.com. It's a 5 to 10 minute quiz. We simply ask you questions of what your skin is like, what symptoms are you suffering, what you're doing on your skin. That's really important, which I cover off in a lot of my other videos. So all these things can really add up as to why these populations have grown in size. As I said, that they come to the surface of the skin at night and mate and breed and do all their nasty business, feeding off those oils, and then they lay their eggs back deep in the hair follicles. So, as I said, this is a little cross section here. I usually have my board, but I've got a couple of videos happening today, so I'll have to do a little demo next time. So they live deep in this hair follicle. So, you know, this is why they are so hard to treat, guys. And I'm sure you guys out there, you know, a lot of people are doing their own, which I understand. You do your own management, you know, you try and kill them off yourself by using copious amounts of things on your skin, of topical ointments, of sulfur soaps. Tea tree oil is number one. It has excellent killing properties, but a lot of this stuff can really damage the skin out of consistent use over time. So, you know, the more you're putting on stuff on your skin, it's actually doing you more harm than good and really drying out your skin. Tea tree oil really dries out the skin. Unfortunately, it does have excellent killing properties, but it can have that adverse effect. And, you know, I know a lot of people out there, you know, you've turned to other things and quite harsh treatments, which we totally understand. But the main thing we focus on at Ungex is being really gentle to your skin, because killing Demotics isn't easy. We know that, you know, we've been doing this since 2011. So we know the complexities of having and living with Demotics. I personally don't, but I think the amount of stories I hear, and, you know, continuously my infestations. So, you know, there's a lot of factors that come into play having Demotics. As I said, your immune system is number one. I strongly believe, and we at Ungex do promote a really boosted immune system, because, you know, you just think about it. If your immune system's working at, you know, the best potential it can, it's naturally going to be a lot stronger to fight off anything, diseases, you know, conditions and stuff like that. But unfortunately, there's also genetics that plays a role as well. So there's like a big pyramid of things that can link into why you are unfortunately a magnet for these horrible microscopic parasites. So, you know, a lot of people ask me, well, if we all have them, you know, how does the infestations get so large? Well, another thing is that you may have been exposed to them as well. They do live off the skin for 52 hours. So if you have been in an environment which is laden with, you know, thousands of bugs and skin mites, and, you know, you've been sitting on someone's lounge or couch for like days on end, or in a really dirty environment, there's a high probability that that's happened. And just because of the nature of your skin type, your skin sensitivity, you've just become a magnet to them. So we can't, you know, we can't see into the future. We can't, you know, a lot of people really obsess about, from this point this happened, but look, we can't change the past. We can definitely work towards the future and helping you for the long term. So that's what we at Ungex do. You know, a lot of people, anyone that, you know, is going to promise you an overnight cure sensation of Demodex mites is telling you big porcupines. So, you know, we're pretty realistic at Ungex. And myself, you know, we know how to treat them effectively for the long term because of the severity of them. So a big part of what you purchase is our care consultancy, which I think is very unique compared to a lot of other topical treatments. And I know a lot of people out there, you know, you're finding stuff on Amazon, which I totally understand. We totally understand. But a lot of those treatments, it's just like, do this, see you later, you know, follow this or put this cream on. But Demotics, number one, their main source of food is oil. So creams, any moisturizers and stuff like that, even topical ointments, while they can give you a big blast of chemicals, which is great to get rid of the ones on the surface of your skin, they don't get to the root of the problem, and that is working to kill them effectively. We need to kill the demotics in their life cycles. So, you know, they're much like synchronized swimmers. So the eggs take 7 to 14 days to hatch, and then their life cycles continue. So we need to get to the work through the generational life cycles of them. I wish I could say exactly how many life cycles there are, but you know, you've got to remember they're microscopic, and there can be up to 301 hair follicles. So that's insane. So, you know, we've got to work towards killing them every night, and that's the only effective way to do them, and kill them off in those life cycles, because a lot of those other treatments, while they may help for the short term, they don't really work towards the long term. So what happens is a lot of people that come speaking to us, they're like, oh, look, I've went and done, you know, a course of antibiotics or creams and blah, blah, blah. What happens is antibiotics, again, they really compromise the immune system. So, you know, there's a lot of catch-22 when it comes to demotics, is that you're trying to kill them, but a lot of these treatments have the adverse effect. So, you know, you're just constantly on this hamster wheel with the demotics, and not getting to the root of the problem. So, most importantly, why we are different is that our skincare protocol regime is non-invasive. It's all natural. There's no side effects. I've used it myself. I've used it on my cats. I use it everywhere. It has antiviral properties. There's so many good things about our treatment system. You don't have to take a pill. You're not lathering layers of cream on yourself. But most importantly, it's not easy. That's the base. I'm sure you guys out there know it's not easy thing having demotics. It's absolutely horrible. It affects you mentally and physically. It's very isolating, because they do transfer as well from skin to skin contact. So, you know, you don't want to be around people simply because you don't want to give them your demotics. You know, we get it. So that's why we created these support groups, you know, to really just give you guys a platform. And I thank you so much. You guys are always sharing your stories and your tips and tricks. So, you know, a big part, we're here to tell you what to do to get the best results in killing demotics for the long term, but being really gentle on your skin. So our product, it is a four product protocol system. I'll line them all up here like little soldiers. So this is So you will see all our products online if you go to our products page on ungexau.com. And simply, our protocol system consists of these 4 bottles, right? So a lot of people are like, oh, that's really tiny. These are tiny bottles. Excuse me. We make them this size to not cause overuse. So all the bottles are the same. You will get, there we go. I'll just hold it up for my YouTubers. That's us there. You will get little stickers, so you know, to indicate which goes after the next one, as well as you get a user guide. And we, of course, go over when you purchase our products. We get in touch with you to make sure you've got them. We courier globally with DHL Express, so it's been pretty good at the moment with shipping. We get overseas in around a week. So, you know, it's really important to get on top of your demotics problems. The sooner the better, because, you know, even if you might have low populations, it's a good time to really get on top of those. And I think most importantly, you know your skin the most. So if you feel like you've got something going on your skin, you're most likely correct. Don't let anyone tell you differently. And if you've had these problems, you can see your skin is in distress. There's something being, eating away at it. You're always right. I think that's what's the most frustrating thing is that dermatologists and specialists, I really believe Demotics is so hard to treat. So they really just see symptoms. So if you're going to your derms, same story over and over, unfortunately, going and going, oh, I've got sebaceous acne and I've got rosacea and I feel like I've got skin mites. What they see is symptoms, so they know how to treat symptoms. Unfortunately, they don't target the root of the problem. So a lot of those, as I said, creams and ointments and blah, 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 they can help treat the symptoms, but it doesn't kill the mites. So, that's why you end up go back to them going, I've still got these problems. I'm still getting itching. I'm losing my hair now. So, left incorrectly treated, they grow in the numbers, sorry. So, we've got to get ahead of the game and stop them in their tracks before they repopulate and work on killing those life cycles. So anyway, I could go round and round talking about Demotics, which I do. So as I said, these are the products, 4 products here, and essentially how they work all together, it's a protocol system. So we've seen the best results. We know it works. It does take time, as I said. So, realistically, if you've had these skin issues going on for like several years, it's going to take a while to get better, right? So if you've had it for like 7+ years or even a couple of years, these numbers just aren't in like 2 or 20. They're probably in the millions. So it's going to take, unfortunately, time. There's also a big part of what you buy is that, we touch base with you. We give you a consultation. We talk about your skin. We talk about what's going on with your immune system, all your symptoms, your skin sensitivity. So no two people are the same. That'd be pretty boring if we were. So no, everyone's skin is totally different. So you get a customized treatment plan because we know how the products work, and a big part of the system is die off because we start to kill the mites. And essentially, most importantly, our products are to be used every night because, as I said, that's when the Demotics are the most active. Like vampires, that nighttime is the right time. That's when they come out from under these hair follicles and have a party. So the first product in our protocol system is our cleanser. So as you will see there, it's a little pump. So guys, if you've been using cleanser, we all wash our face. We do. If you haven't, there's another reason why you've probably got Demotics as well. Demotics, they're crazy because they not only love thrive in humid, dirty environments. If you're continuously cleaning your skin, right, or shampooing your hair like every day, day and night, 5 times a week, you actually start to strip your skin's natural oils. So you start to dry out your skin. You start to strip it. It becomes more vulnerable. So the Demotics are like, yeah, she's like got no barriers left. So, it's a fine balance with Demotics. So we need to get rid of that bacteria, because the cleanser's main role is getting rid of bacteria and cleaning the skin, but cleansers are made to be quite strong. So cleansing in itself only needs to be done every 2 to 3 days. This is also a 2-in-1, so the DDC it's called. Our products can all be bought individually. Of course they can, but the best results is when they work all together as a system. So one bottle of any of our products lasts for about 4 to 6 weeks. So, we make them this size not to cause overuse, because we don't want to strip the skin. We don't want to, as I said, it's that fine balance. So, using the cleanser, it also is a shampoo as well. So, really, basically, what you do, you hop in the shower at night before you go to bed and simply do a couple of squirts. 1 to 2 is probably well enough, and then give yourself a good lather up in all those areas where you feel there is a buildup of dirt and bacteria. So dirt is not necessarily classified as oil, more oilier. It's actually that bacteria left over by the mites. So not only are you dealing with, mites eating at your skin, they also eat and eat and eat and then explode, right? So they also release bacteria when they die, as well as releasing bacteria while they're eating away at your sebum and oil. So there's a lot of bacteria most likely floating around on your skin, causing those inflammation of the skin cells. It's the reaction of the Demotics eating away at your skin, basically. Yes, it's like a horror show. So that's what the cleanser does. That's number one, step one in the protocol system. So we really want to get rid of that bacteria left over and start to get, so the skin has a chance to breathe again, and keep it clean and really balance those oils in the skin as well. So that's a big role of cleanser. It's, as I said, it's a shampoo as well. So it does the same thing for your scalp. So generally what we advise is that, do from head to toe, get a good lather up in the skin, and then, normally wash as you would in the shower. Wash it off your skin. That's the role of the cleanser. You don't leave it on your body, because it's soap. It's soapy. So we need to wash off that bacteria from your skin. That's really important, because we don't want to leave that bacteria on. So especially for people suffering with rosacea, any skin issues really, I would advise definitely start with a cleanser, but this one doesn't kill the mites, but it will start, that's why it's number one in the protocol, getting rid of that bacteria off your skin. So that's called DDC, and that's number one. So after you lather off, wash it off your skin, finish the shower with cold water, give yourself a blast of cold water, because cold water helps to remove excess heat in the body. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that closes the skin's pores. But the thing is, we are treating for mites, skin mites, not skin itself. So, we're focusing on killing the mites. So all these little tips and tricks we give you is to put another bullet in your gun, so to speak. So finishing with cold water helps to remove excess heat from the body, because a common misbelief is that Demotics love heat. Demotics hate heat. They actually love it. Humid, you think of like the Antarctic, it's really freezing. There's not much life there. It's quite inhospitable to live in. So much like, humid climates and tropic climates and stuff like that, it's just more favorable for anything to thrive and grow in. So that's very similar, the same as Demotics, essentially. So they'll tend to hang out in hotter areas of your body. For example, the scalp, we hold a lot of heat in our head. So they tend to migrate more towards the scalp and those areas of the body. So finishing with cold water just helps to remove that excess heat from the body. Yes. So that's the role of the cleanser, as I said. Then you hop out of the shower. We say to use all the products are to be used on damp skin, because the reason why we say that is when, especially after the shower, your skin is nice and moist. It has that nice, damp feeling. It's supple, and the pores are nice and open. it's not to say before I said it closes the pores. Well, it doesn't, but that cold water helps to remove excess heat. So your pores are more open when you come out of the shower. And so it just helps to spread the products more evenly across the surface of the skin and target a surface area. So it's best to be used on damp skin, especially after the shower. So after you hop out of the shower, the next product in our protocol system is our hair tonic. So for people who are suffering with horrible Demotics hair loss, that is very real. Our hair tonic is the next, and you'll get a little sticker as well, another color. I think that one's green. So on towel dried hair, again, when your scalp is still damp, towel dry your hair. And I know a lot of people have long hair, so it can be a bit harder, but as long as you towel dry your hair, or if you don't want to wet the whole head, we advise, wetting your fingertips and running the water through your scalp just so it has some moisture in your scalp. Then you simply get the hair tonic. So after, as I said, after you do your thing in the shower, then you spray directly into the scalp. So, make sure you get all those hair follicles. I don't have much hair at the moment, so it is a bit easier for me. Directly into those hair follicles. And we say it's up to you how many you use. But, we do make it this size to not cause overuse. With the hair tonic, its big role is, it's a lovely product, is that it helps to control the populations of Demotics on the scalp. It also helps to regrow the hair follicles. So with Demotics hair loss, it's like we say, it's like a garden. Your hair can't grow if there's pests in there, so we've got to eliminate the pests for the hair to grow. And we don't promise hair growth because hair growth in itself is really hard. But I can assure you, I've had so many customers following the treatment regime, and after our recommended treatment time, especially if people that have severe infestations of 3 to 4 months, about month 3, and I'm talking severe hair loss, the hairline has grown back in. So it does take time for the hair to regrow. Especially sebaceous follicles as well. So there's a lot of damage that has been done. So there's so many great properties in the hair tonic, and it smells like peppermint, which is lovely. So if you are suffering hair loss as well, as I said, you can buy them all individually just to try it out for a month. Again, the hair tonic and the cleanser, they are great by themselves and great to introduce yourself to the products, but they're not the ones that kill the mites. So it's up to you what you want to start off with. It's always great to just get used to the products. It takes about a month for your skin to adjust to the products as well. That's why we don't do free samples, because, like doctors, they don't give you a free antibiotic. It takes a while for your skin to adjust. You simply spray it deep into your follicles in your head, and then give yourself a little head massage for about 10 to 15 minutes. We say 4 to 10 squirts, as recommended. So give yourself a nice head massage and just let it marinate into those hair follicles and do its job. So when it soaks in, it starts to control those populations. So then we can go in and target them very effectively with our 2 most important products. So the next 2 products, as I said, there's 4 altogether. The next 2 products are our sprays. So, as I said, this is non-invasive. It's all natural ingredients. If you have sensitive skin, if you are allergy prone, please have a look at our ingredients. It's all natural. There is a small percentage of tea tree oil in it, because we know that it has its strong properties, but it's all pure essential oils, so there's no side effects. So these are the 2 sprays that come in the treatment system. So again, you will get little, sorry, YouTube guys, stickers to differentiate. So this is probably back to front. So there is SGT and there is PDT. So they're both the same. So these two sprays can be used interchangeably. So these are the ones that kill them. SDT, we generally, when you purchase the products, we talk to you about your skin sensitivity and what's going on and what your symptoms are. But generally, it is best to start off with SDT as this is a more milder solution. So it is designed for more sensitive skin, children, people with rosacea, blepharitis, just those really more sensitive skin conditions. As I said, it's created for more sensitive types and more delicate symptoms that are a lot more, vulnerable to treat. So it is the more milder of the products, but generally what you start off with is to work up gradually to the strongest product, which is PDT. So that's the big stuff. That is more stronger and will target more Demotics. The SDT is a good one to let your skin adjust to the products, because generally when you start off, we don't want to go in too hot and too quick. Because the mites start to die. So the reaction of that is called die-off, and die-off means your symptoms are probably going to get 10 times more crazier. The mites start to die, so they freak out, they burrow more, they bite more, your skin will, it's just this inflammatory response from them dying off your skin. So SDT is an excellent one. If you want to get anything, I would really suggest a basic kit, as that will give you a cleanser and a spray to start getting rid of that bacteria and then killing the mites. So after you do your thing with the hair tonic, you let that soak in for about 10 to 15 minutes. That's when you go in either with the SDT or the PDT. Then you spray all on your body where you feel the most movement, those areas where the most activity is happening. So look, as I said, it's up to you how much you spray, but more is not necessarily better. So as I said, a little does, I didn't say it yet, a little goes a long way. So as I said before, when your skin is nice and damp, it opens those pores up. So as soon as you spray this on your skin, it's going to target that surface area. So, this will become like your gold, essentially. So it reminds me of my mother's ironing, which is lovely. So then you spray, exactly where you feel the most is going on, and start off with SDT, same in your scalp, and I sprayed it directly into my mouth, and then the rest of your body as needed. So it almost feels like it does actually feel on your skin, it feels like a shield. And ironically, that's what it is, because as soon as those Demotics are coming out, so that after you spray your body, some people do head to toe, depending on your infestations, you then go to bed. Let it sit. A lot of people like to just sit and let it soak in before they go to bed. Then when you go to bed, when you go to sleep, if you can sleep with Demotics, I know a lot of people can't, the products start working for the next 12 hours. So while those Demotics are coming up to the surface, they're like, so exactly that. And that's when the products start working and the mites start dying over that period of time. So therefore, we then go on and do that routine, that regime every single night, because that's when we can start killing them off. The PDT as I said, is our strongest product. This is made for your immediate environment. So, you know, after the shower, if your skin is more tolerable, the scalp is more tolerable as well. So, you know, you can start off, and this is all to be we go over in consultation. You know, some people's scalp is more tolerable with dye off in the beginning stages than SDT, but it's good to work up to the PDT because it is stronger. You will get more dye off. It targets more demotics. Most importantly, the PDT is for use on your bedding, your pillows, your sheets, where you sit. Because they do come off the body. So we need to target those immediate surfaces. So that is basically how the protocol works. Cleanse, you wash off, all to be done at night. Hair tonic sprayed into your hair follicles helps to control the populations. If you aren't suffering from hair loss, you don't have to buy the essential kit. We have anything number one is for people. If you have a look at our products, anything with number one in it is if you are suffering from skin and scalp. Anything with number two in it is just for skin. So that's generally what we go over during consultation, so we know what best to advise you and what treatments to go for. Just as a reminder, guys, we still have 30% off, which is amazing, till the 10th. So it is a good time to really jump on, get an essential kit, which has all 4 products. The essential kit will last you about 4 to 6 weeks. The sprays are used the most, and we always offer discounts and stuff like that. And, you know, when you become a customer, you get our special private treatment user group as well, so you know what to expect throughout treatment, see other people in treatment, what they're going through, and we're you know, we're really just here to keep you on track, keep you supported, you know, just to give you those reminders that every night you're putting in that work. I know it won't feel like it, but you really are. And we work towards that end goal of not being completely demotics free. That is like an absolute godsend, but working towards those minimal populations, because that's realistic. Unless you're a statue wrapped in plastic, you will most likely always have demotics. We know how hard it is living with demotics, suffering with demotics, the problems that they cause. So you aren't alone in this, that's for sure. But look, guys, please jump on, take advantage of a 30% off while it still lasts. Our 30% off code at checkout is 30SAVE. So it's a good time to get a bundle. A bundle will last you for 3 to 4 months. So you'll get plenty of sprays as well. So as I said, get an essential kit, good one to start off with. It has everything you need. But look, I hope I've gone over those application uses. There's a lot, you know, that is covered off in consultation, but please feel free to reach out to us on our live chat feature. Do the quiz. You might be surprised. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes on ungexau.com. I'll do some more videos this week. We might be doing some new stuff for the future, which is exciting. And I'll be interviewing some people about what, you know, they've been dealing with and suffering with, and answering the best I can. But I hope everyone's well, and thanks for watching, guys. Any further questions, please feel free to PM me, or you guys on YouTube, please feel free to email me, care.ungexus, UNGEXUS.com, and jump on, check out the products. Most importantly, get a PDT, because if you just want to get one product, get a PDT, because that is the strongest. It has antiviral properties. I've been quite sick recently, so it's covered me for any bacteria or nasties. I was freaking out. I had COVID, but touch wood, I don't. But this will keep you covered. It's so good. I use it on everything, even my plants. And it will cover you. We don't just cover mites, demotics. There's other horrible things: springtails, bird mites, dust mites, bed bugs, fleas, ticks, blood. There's lice. So get a PDT. I strongly recommend. But thanks for watching, guys. I can't believe I talked for so long again. Actually, I can. Thank you. Bye. Oh, I can't stop. I can't stop this one. Ah! Oh. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.